Quick little disclaimer before starting the video. Today I will track all my calories and macros I consume throughout the day. If you're interested in that, stick till the end of the video and I will give you guys a full breakdown about the macros and the amount of calories I consumed. Let me guys know if you like this style of videos, because this is something very new to me, but we'll give it a shot. For now, let's get started with the fun part of the video. So guys, today is a rest day. Decided to film a what I eat in a day video. I'm gonna take you throughout my day and show you what a 20-year-old student eats on a bulk. It's a rest day, but my meals on a rest day are exactly the same as on a workout day, because I use my rest days to fully recover, especially in the bulk. You can take advantage of the fact that you're not burning more calories on a rest day. Eating the same amount of food on a rest day causes you to bulk up even more. My breakfast is almost always the same. It's some skyr, which is basically like low-fat, high-protein yogurt. I mix in some protein powder of choice. I just use regular whey protein. And then for supplements, I take creatine, omega-3 and vitamin D, because there's not a lot of sun. And every morning I drink half a liter of water, like every morning. That's basically my key to waking up. I always drink this. Today I'm gonna show all my meals. It's gonna be a very realistic what I eat in a day, because I don't think there's any reason for me to lie about what I eat or to only show like the good stuff. I'm only gonna show you, also gonna show you like my bad habits, sort of. So let's get into making the meal. Every like 2 to 3 months I switch up my breakfast, because I used to put in some oatmeal and then microwave the oatmeal, so I have like a solid doughy type of oatmeal, and then put the skyr on top and then also the protein powder. But I got pretty bored of it, so I just switched to plain skyr with just protein powder mixed in, which I also like. But I'm like coming to an end with this meal. Pretty bored of it actually. Been 3 months that I'm eating the same. Normally I mix in some kiwis, dark chocolate, or sometimes a banana even, but we're run out of those, so today no fruits. Basically on a bulk you have to consume more calories than you burn. If I consume 3000 calories and I only burned 2700, I'm gaining weight. That's basically just how it goes. So you really have to be cautious about the intake, your calorie intake, because some people think they eat enough, but they don't actually eat enough. My biggest tip for that is just track your calories and macros for one day. Just one day, not eating too special, just a regular day, and then see if you overshoot or undershoot your calorie intake. Because there was a period of time that I didn't know anything about calories, and then I tracked my whole day of eating and it was too much calories, and I didn't realize it until I tracked it. So my biggest tip for you is track your calories for one day and then see if you overshoot or undershoot your calorie intake. But for me, this meal works, and then later this day I'm gonna show the rest of my meals. I just want to tell you guys like the basics of bulking. So for bulking, you eat more than you burn. For cutting, you burn more than you eat. Just basically everything you need to know. I'm gonna enjoy this meal, finish this meal, and then study a little bit, and after that I'm gonna show you what I eat for lunch. The second meal of today is some beef with some veggies. I made this meal before but with some avocados, but today I chose carrots. So this is the finished result. 120 grams of plain white rice, 1 big carrot chopped up to pieces, and 500 grams of lean beef. And also the cat is still here. She's like always scared of the camera. I don't know why. She's not scared. I always cook up 500 grams of beef and then I just split it into 2 pieces, so this I can eat tomorrow and this I'm gonna devour now. This is like my go-to meal on the bulk, because you have your veggies, you have your carbs, protein, and most of the times you have your fats. Normally I do this with avocados, and then it's super easy to get your fats in. But now you just have to rely on the fat percentage of the beef. On a cut, I would prefer some chicken over beef, because they have like more calories for each gram of protein. I don't mean that the gram of protein itself has more calories, but beef is like 30 grams of protein but X amount of grams of fat, and chicken is way down here if you look at the fat percentage of chicken. So you get basically like the exact amount of protein, but more calories with beef because it has more fats in it. Basically, sometimes I switch up the rice for another carb source, sometimes some wraps, but most of the times it's just rice because it makes you full. And also you can use brown rice, which has a great amount of fibers, and fibers can obtain so much water that you feel very full and also look a little bit bloated, but they make you feel full, and that's also a big thing in the cut or on a bulk, because you're eating so much in the bulk. You don't want to feel full all the time because then it's harder to get more food into your system. So on a bulk I would not prefer brown rice, but on a cut I would, because it makes you full and you're in a calorie deficit. But for now this is going to be my meal. This is my second meal of the day, and yeah, we'll see what we'll eat later today. It is now almost 6 in the evening. It's been 5 hours since my last meal, so it's time for a little snack. My snack of choice is some grapes with a banana or some carbs, and some dried apricots for the carbs also, but also because dried apricots contain a huge amount of potassium, which causes you to debloat a little bit, and tomorrow is sort of an important day. So I want to look as full as possible, so I want my muscles to be as full as possible, but still look a little bit on the dry side. So that's why. And of course, my third chug of the day, I'm already at like 1.5 liters, and there is still 6 hours till I go to bed. So by that time, I probably have around 3 to 3.5 liters of water consumed. Final meal of the day is some potatoes, some pork, and some coal. It's going to be very hard to exactly weigh the food because I weigh them after that they are cooked, so it's not going to be the exact same as uncooked, but I will try my best. This is like my last big meal of the day. After this I'm going to have a little snack afterwards. There's probably going to be some nuts, but this is my third and final big meal of today's video. For my last meal of the day, I'm having 100 grams of unsalted peanuts and a brownie cookie which my sister made. I have had these for like the past couple of weeks, like every day or every 1 or 2 days. I just eat like a bag of those peanuts. It's like a bag of 500 grams. And I just eat like 100 grams every day. Only cost like like 2 euros. They will last like a whole week until you have to buy them again. So it's actually perfect snack for in the bulk because they are high in fats, high in protein. And for now I'm just gonna drink half a liter of water again with this meal. And once I finish this snack, I will show you guys the end result and the final breakdown of the calories I consumed today. Finished result of today. We consumed about 2,700 calories, divided into 260 grams of carbs, 153 grams of proteins, and 114 grams of fats. Hopefully the lighting is good, but I'm here to give you guys like sort of more detailed breakdown. So I showed you all the macros for today's meals, and my carbs were up like at 260 grams, which is basically too low, but keep in mind I usually eat a kiwi and some oatmeal with my skyr in the morning, so all of those factors combined, then you probably will reach your carb goal. For proteins, I ate 153 grams, which is almost exactly 2 times my body weight. I try to aim for 2 grams of protein for each kilogram of body weight, so I weigh 73 kilograms. That times 2 is what I'm trying to aim for. If you over or undershoot like 5 grams above or below that, doesn't really matter. Just try to aim for that to build muscle. And then my fats is 114 grams, which is actually okay because I try to aim for like 1.5 kilogram of fats per body weight. So those are actually good. In a bulk, it's very important that your protein intake is between 1.6 and 2 grams per kilogram body weight, because you're going to gain weight if you eat more than you burn, as I said in the beginning of the video. But it's important that the weight you're gaining is actually muscle, because if I'm only eating like 1 gram of protein for each kilogram of body weight, the extra amount of weight isn't really contributing to my muscle mass, to my hypertrophy. So really try to aim for the right amount of protein goals. That's, besides the calorie intake, the most important part. And don't forget like the fats and the carbs, because those are mostly overlooked, but still have to eat them because they're very important. The fats are important for the hormones, and the carbs are very important because without carbs we can really push hard in the gym. Without being able to push hard in the gym, it's going to be much harder to build muscle and to build some strength. But I'm not a scientist. I mean, I learned this in school and stuff, and in my bachelor degree I learned a lot about this stuff, but I don't want to get too deep into the nerdy stuff. The biggest factor you have to keep in mind is you eat more than you burn more, as I said a couple of times before. Next to that, look out for your protein goal, because you don't want those extra weight to be fat only, for example. But if you're eating enough calories and gaining weight, you're already starting somewhere, right? We don't have to overcomplicate things. I think this is it for the video of today. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like the breakdown. If you had tips or anything or questions about my meals, just ask me in the comments. I will answer them all normally. I hope. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to see you guys in the next video, probably tomorrow, a Christmas special, because tomorrow is Christmas.